Hey, wake up. Wake up. Hey. Hey, how you doing? It's time. It's time to wake up. We have videos to make.
There's a reason why it's called a tripod and not a bipod, and I'm holding this thing up with one hand. So, that's that. Fun. For our first video back, but what's good, internet? It's me again, Sprax, the lovely and interesting man who is living out a car. It's day 269 and first grow up, but it's day 269 and I'm back. I'm back recording in quality, basic quality, while I try to figure out this new phone I have, because I am now recording on a Sony Xperia 1 Mark III. And this phone is dope. I love it. It's a beast of a phone. Now, in case you remember or don't, my iPhone 11, which I got for free, by the way. I don't buy iPhones, but I will use them. Someone gives me one for free. My iPhone 11 broke. It was damaged before from being dropped and everything because I just never got a case for it, which was kind of, my fault. Being lazy. Oh, I'm going to buy a case. Never really bought a case, and it got dropped a few times and had to get a new screen and stuff fixed. Well, the damage was already done, and it got dropped again a few times. Ended up landing on a marble floor. The actual front screen came out, tried to pop it back in, didn't realize that I had to slide it down to pop it back in first, because it didn't just pop out, but it popped out and shifted up, and pretty much cracked the digitizer, and that was that. And that got in the way of uploading and everything, because I then had to use my backup phone as just a phone, period. And my backup phone is a cheap $100 Android, and which we can see it isn't really the most ideal quality-wise to be making content on, especially when things are already rough to begin with before the phone broke. The summer was rough. That's why I wasn't uploading as much, because I was trying to pay bills. I was going through a lot mentally. The iPhone was on its way to dying. It was overheating and a bunch of other stuff. And then it died. And then I had this phone, and my mind wasn't really focused on YouTube. It was rough. It was incredibly rough. And honestly, that's really what this video was to talk about as I get back into the stride of things. And that is the topic of resiliency, right? Because things are going okay now. I weathered storms. I weathered a lot of storms. And as I get into the stride of things and whatnot, what better than just, making an update video on what the last several months have been like and everything leading up to now. So the last video I posted was about a month ago. I believe it's 4 weeks ago, so it's about a month. And that was me talking about the topic of depression and everything else, because I, at that moment, was going through a depressive state and everything, right? And that was happening because, things, as I previously stated, things had gotten pretty rough. The phone was not really a big deal. Like, it really wasn't much. It was just like, it was going to happen. But it was kind of like an icing on the cake, because I felt like I was getting into a stride of uploading this stuff. Even when I wasn't uploading much, I was recording and writing stuff down. I have a whole bunch of stuff on my iCloud of notes and everything, and a bunch of other videos I have to download and whatnot. So losing that bit of access of doing things in a somewhat quality state, and I mean somewhat quality, I'm still learning how to use the Xperia and everything, how to maximize it, so that's going to take time. But losing that just kind of made me have to go back even more into focusing on work and everything else. And there was a moment where I was at a Walmart parking lot where I sometimes would crash at, and everything had just kind of hit me at once, right? Because I was just looking around at everything and honestly was wondering,
What in the fuck am I doing with my life? This was about summer when this happened. I believe it was the end of summer. It should be around like August or so, somewhere between August and September. And it was a warm day, because we've had a lot of warm days until recently. And there were people outside. Because there are people here right now. And I'm not saying this to put these people on blast, but understand, these cars, these vehicles are not empty. There are people sleeping in them right now. And some of them aren't here because it's 4:45 in the morning, and some of them going off to work and whatnot. Some of the cars that were here, vehicles that were here, are like gone, but they'll be back tonight. And there was more of them. In fact, it was jam-packed. And there were people outside, airing their cars out, having their windows down. Others were mingling and everything and whatnot. It's about, like I said, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just there, just watching everybody. I finished working myself, and I just wanted to chill here, and I already was feeling down because it was rough. The summer had been rough. Money was down. I was still paying my bills off. I'd finally cut off family and everything because I was hemorrhaging money dealing with them. But finally did that and was at a true reset of just, okay, now I can regroup and get back on the track. Or not even get back on track, but like go even stronger, but it just wasn't happening. And I was thinking about everything that was going fucking wrong while watching these people, because here I am, fairly intelligent, got myself a degree, worked super hard to pretty much pay my way through school, and then some, because I'm still paying for school right now. Had all these visions and plans for life and everything and whatnot, and none of it happened. None of it worked. Even like, trying to get my family to listen to me and hop on my back. Like, we don't always have to do this dumb shit and yada yada yada. Y'all just have to listen to me for once. Stop trying to do things your way and listen to me. Like, I pay attention, I observe. Y'all know this. Observation has always been one of my greatest skills. We're going to copy, or not copy, but we're going to emulate what other people do. We're going to work together. We're going to get a house. We're going to get a place. We're not going to be in these motels anymore and whatnot. I got this. Just listen. Like, that was all the things I was trying to do while going through school and everything. And none of that happened. None of that. And here I am, muggy, hot, chilling in a car. Actually, literally was right over there. No, I wasn't right over there. I was there and back. So, back over there. I know pointing out is like kind of weird. And I'm just seeing all this shit. I'm like, I failed. I really fucking failed. And I was depressed. Incredibly depressed. And what made it worse is I had a Four Loko from a party I went to, and it fell out the bag. I, brought it for the party, fell out the bag, and so it was just kind of sitting under the car seat for the longest. And me cleaning out the car, I refound it. Like, I kind of knew it was there, but it was just whatever. And I saw it, and I just wanted to drink. I truthfully just wanted to fucking drink and go to sleep. And it was in that moment I really realized, like, even though logically we all know how bad times and a depressed mental state can lead to substance abuse and everything, some of us have grown up seeing it. I have. But it still hits different when it's you. When you're the person who's now going through it. When you're the person who's really, really ready to just drink your problems away. Fall right to the bottle. Because I know with the bottle, I'm going to go to sleep. That's what I do. I don't get the rams is what we say, like, for people that like to fight and everything. I don't really do any of that. I get very mellow. Then I eventually just pass out. And I wanted to do that. I just wanted to pass out. I wanted to pass out and go to sleep. If anything, I wanted to take a long nap. Not a forever nap, but a long nap. And just wake up when things are different. I didn't take that drink. I didn't do any of that. I got back up the next day, still depressed, vented to friends. Actually, I'd been depressed for about a minute after that, but kept grinding.
And here I am today, still here to talk about this. Now, I'm feeling absolutely better. I weathered the storm and things have gotten better. But during that moment, me and my brother, my best friend, I call him my brother, and we were just talking about it. Like, the state of life and everything, and how it really felt like we're all having death by 1,000 paper cuts. Everything was just going bad. And it seemed like no matter what we were doing, we weren't getting ahead. We were just another slice, another slice, another slice, another slice. And society, as for a whole, doesn't really care. Everybody's out for themselves, at least in American society. We live in a state of rugged individualism. And with all that going, it was hard to really focus. And I'm saying this as somebody who, if you've been following up to this point, because there are some people who watch my videos with I thank y'all for just staying with my stuff, because I'm just a guy. I started this on purpose. I chose to live out a car. I chose it because I had a short-term plan of I'm going to pay all my bills and everything else. That short-term plan, which I thought was hoping to happen like 6 months or whatnot, it's day 269. A lot of things happened during that period. Some mistakes I made, not cutting off people sooner, procrastinating on certain other things where I should have immediately got them out the way. You live and you learn. But things weren't going as planned. And it just felt like dying. And that's where we talk about resiliency and everything, because, like I said, I didn't take that drink. I didn't do any of that. I got up the next day and did exactly what I was doing before. I stuck to my plan of I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I just had to adjust a bit due to the more effort I was exerting, despite the fact that the funds were even less. It was long from the period of me bringing in like $5,000 a month. I was bringing about 500 a week. It was bad, but it all played out. And I'm not saying it to say that I'm doing well now. No, but I am saying that to say things picked up, kept going, kept grinding. And while I'm still living out the vehicle and whatnot, I am in the position to finally start paying off more bills. I stuck it through, did what I can, kept myself afloat, and I recently just pretty much nuked a credit card, and I'm about to nuke another card, and I'm about to get myself situated on another debt. And looking back on it, it was like, wow, that shit was rough. It was incredibly rough. And there are people right now that are going through the same things where it's just rough with them. Incredibly rough, where it feels like nothing can go right. And so when we talk about these issues of people dealing with homelessness and everything else and whatnot, it's always weaponized on the drugs, the mental illness and everything. What about motherfuckers who just have a bad hand? Because that does happen in life. As my great uncle always told me, there's always going to be obstacles. But sometimes the obstacles are obstacles. And sometimes those obstacles are obstacles which are on top of other obstacles, things that are unforeseen, things that were, miscalculated, things that happen because you're just trying to be a good person and assist other people, but those other people really didn't have your best interest in hand or even their own best interest, a whole bunch of things. We don't really talk about that. We don't really speak on that. And that's what at least with these, I want to try to do when I speak on the more serious things and not make narratives that are more humorous and whatnot, which are coming up. But with all that being said, it's good to be able to record again and just be able to sit back and breathe. I've actually mainly taken today off. I haven't really done anything. Like I've had a good week. I've had a good last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I plan to have more. And hopefully, the videos will also show that as I can get back into the creative process. But that's the update. And as with everything, I believe ending things with a call to action. For anybody who out there who sees this, just know, stick the course and have a plan. If you have a plan, fucking stick to your plan, because your plan gives you direction. Even when things get really rough, and they most likely will, stick to your plan as long as it's a good plan. Adjust where you have to, but shit will start to pan out. Now, I still got way more to go, but that's all gonna be saved for another video. But for now, me and this Xperia we're gonna become the best of friends, because I'm gonna learn how to maximize the fuck out of it. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.